Hi, everybody. I'd like to say Happy Easter to you and to all your family. I just came for a very short 5-mile walk and I came home and I really wanted to share this practice with you. I hope that you will receive more of sort of these recording practices because I think they're great just to revisit, even if they're a few times a year, and especially in a certain times of the year. And for those who know me, I know I love spring. And spring is and Easter, it's actually very much known for that sort of a renewal it's a symbol of renewal and beginnings and a returning, and especially returning to life after stillness. And only just looking around nature, you can see what's really happening and how many buds you can see, and everything starts slowly awakening into the life. Now, when we think about awakening, and especially I wanted to point it out in this practice that I don't think of awakening that you need to push anything. It's actually opposite. The transformation can happen and should happen naturally. So taking a slower pace and listening, and not just through your yoga practice, but actually in life as well. Because I believe what we learn on the mat, we take this with us in our life off the mat. So it's not about the rushing. And whether you're going to practice this during the holidays or after, choose the time where you feel like you're not rushed. And I think everyone will have a different awakening within themselves, different, some people slower, some people faster, and some people not at all, and that's perfectly okay. I think we are in a different stage of our lives. I feel my winter has been quite full on, as you possibly know, with looking after my mum. And winter is always much harder, and maybe for lots of people will relate to this. And then when it comes to the spring, just the one single sun rays, I mean, you can see behind me, it's actually afternoon, and then just a little bit of a sunshine, and we already feel better. A little bit of looking at the flower. I've seen the bluebells today, and it's just, and then all the sort of blossoming trees, and it's just already feel, just looking at this and looking at the nature already feels like we feel better about ourselves. So I'd like this practice to, let's take it slow, move with ease here, move with flow, notice without any judgment whatever is going on in your body, and let me guide you, let me cue you how we move, how we transition, and yet listen to your body, which is the most important part. So now I'm going to move towards the mat. So I'm going to take the socks off, okay, and then come with me, and we can go straight. I realize I've got my glasses on. Just wanted to be just a little bit away from the camera, so you have a really good, you can see me well. I'm going to even take that cushion. So I like that cushion just to have it close to me afterwards. I actually need something else because I'm going to read for you the poem as well. So I'm going to leave my computer there, and then I'll put this here, my chimes. So as you know, I always use chimes. I love my chimes. And we're not going to go lying down in Shavasana today. We're going to be moving through, really listening to our body, opening, shifting the energy from the abdomen, the sort of a fire, solar plexus, and into our heart. And sitting at the end with a little bit of a gentle meditation, very short one, on the meditation cushion or on your cushion. So you don't need anything else, just something you wanted to sit on or blanket. And and then come and enjoy. So if you wanted to pause this and you wanted to get ready your comfortable clothing, you can. You can face into the nature if you've got opportunity, if you've got a room like this. So I'm going to face the direction to the garden, and as you move, make sure it's not just the movement that you notice, but it's actually your breath, because within the breath we can notice quite a lot. Okay, so starting with a gentle, as we're coming into the hands and knees. And please remind yourself that the awakening and transformation doesn't happen with a forcing, but it happens, sometimes it happens very quietly and very slowly. So it doesn't have to be always dynamic. So and I think this is, to me, it's even better, because then you can have a more energy to fly later on, during the spring, and then as you come into the summer. So take it slow. And of course, something that when we talk about awakening, when we talk about beginning, something that is true for you, something that is real to you. So now round your back as you exhale. Inhale, looking forward. So this is you can be all individual flow. Exhale. So I'm moving the hips from side to side. Very much focusing now onto the lower back. But then I'm inhaling a little bit deeper, when you're ready, into the chest from the abdomen, even stretching a little bit through the abdomen. Exhale. Moving away from the tabletop towards the heels. Taking the one leg, extend it. Bring it back, taking the other leg, extend it. And when you extend, I want you to notice a little bit of a stretch through your side of the abdomen. And as you come to the left side again, stretch through, or allow, so press on the hands firmly as you're lifting the chest up, and then lift the leg up. So really letting that core muscles to activate. You can close your eyes as you breathe in. Relax the knee onto the mat. If it feels too much for your wrist, move away from the wrist. And again, extend the leg, press more towards the hands, lift the leg up, and then as you're pressing towards and lift the chest away from the mat, exhale there, stay, and then bring it back. And again, so you can always bring the palm of the hands upwards if you need to release your wrist, swing the hips from side to side. Take another movement into the cat and cow. When you're ready, come up into your downward facing dog. Really swing those hips gently. Notice where your tension resides. In your hips, in your hamstrings, in the lower back. Where is it? Soften into it. Try not to overstretch instantly. So really let that knee soft. You can bounce. Keep pressing towards the hands, shifting the body towards the heels. Broaden the shoulder blades. Let the head just to hang there. You can close your eyes as you're breathing in, breathing out, lifting the hips up, bringing the knees up. Now inhale, lift through the arms, stay onto your knees. Exhale, now slowly. And we'll do 2 more like this. So try not to back bend, stay straight, shoulder over the hips. Inhale, engage a little bit of your core muscle. Bring the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, lean slightly to the back. Keep the spine straight. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, take the left leg to the front. Bring the arms up. Release the left hand towards the right thigh. And then bring the right arm over your head. And it could be just here. So stay where it feels comfortable. Focus on the right side of the chest as you're lifting. And then come and twist. So use that twist, elbow towards your thigh. Bringing that left arm up. Right arm just rest. Press that forearm, arm towards your thigh. And then slowly release the hands onto the mat. Now take that leg up, 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 all the way, all the way. Come into the side plank with the knee down. Lift that arm up. You bring the arm down towards the hip. Swing that arm up. Circling a little bit. Just as slowly as we're noticing everything around the side of the body. So keep a little bit of a circling. Allow that circle. Spread the fingertips wide. Keep the shoulder, your right shoulder over the wrist. Now when you're ready, take that right foot slightly out. Lift yourself up. Now turn the toes towards the bottom of the mat. External rotation of your hip. Lift yourself all the way. Bring the arms over your head. Rest that forearm onto the thigh. Bring the right arm over your head. Stretch. Nice. Now we're going to come and I'm going to let my knee come to the center towards the camera. And then again, so bring the arms up when you're ready. Exhale down. Take another swing. You can see our neighbors outside. Hopefully you don't hear them. Exhale down with your arms. Go to the side. Bring the arm up. Exhale. Swing. Really inhale as you transition. Exhale as you bring in your arms over your head, or one arm at a time. Focusing on the exhalation as you're opening up. So for a reason, so I'm going to face you. I'm going to go opposite direction. Inhale, lift the arms up. Step your right foot forward. And then gently twist. Keep that right knee over your ankle. So the opposite arm. We let that right arm reach towards your left thigh. And again, it could be really gentle here. Or you can go a tiny bit deeper as you're opening. Bending a little bit towards the back. But be mindful here. So we don't want to overdone, overstretch, overarch into your lower back. So engage the core muscle. Stay a little bit where it feels comfortable. Now bring yourself back. Hands next to each other. Swing that leg. Come back into the side plank. Let that right toes drop towards the mat. Now left toes can go slightly to the side. Realign yourself. Bring the shoulders over the wrist. Exhale. Let's then take the arm closer to the thigh. And then circling in a really nice gentle direction where the arms go slightly lower down. Exhale. And again, spread that fingers wide, the left fingertips, which is on the mat. Keep the shoulder away from the ears. Now, as you're circling, take that left toes a little bit more farther away. Bend that right knee and arrive again onto the thigh. So your right toes, so it's not inwards towards the camera, it's out. So external rotation here. Bring that forearm onto the thigh. Left arm over your head. Take the palm of the hands downwards. It gives you a really nice, soft rotation into the shoulder. And then bring yourself back down. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Swing. Swing. Now I'm going to go towards the front of the mat as I was towards the garden. Go towards the child's pose. Inhale, as you're ready, move onto your tummy. And now slowly, as you're inhaling, lift the chest up. Bring the feet up, extend your arms, reach up, palm of the hands towards each other. Exhale, tuck your toes. Inhale again as you're coming to upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And then release your knees. Okay, I hope you're feeling a little bit of energized. You can repeat that. And now I'm just going to go and sit down onto the meditation cushion. Okay, so see how you feel. I'm going to go a little bit closer to you. So I'm going to go closer to the camera. I'm going to have the little blanket because now I'm actually closer. So mat is behind me. That means that my feet would have been onto the wooden floor. So I just put a blanket there. Okay, and now as we're closing this practice, it's a soft, maybe you warmed up. Maybe it's good to create this repetition if you remember that sort of sequence, and arrive, cross your legs. So I would suggest actually to sit onto something. So sitting maybe on a block or a couple of cushions so your hips are slightly elevated. I'm not on a floor, so I've got a nice spine, long spine. And now let's take a palm of the hand upwards. You could stay with the palm of the hand upwards. They are beautiful. Those hands represent a receptive quality. So you're open to what's coming, open to new things, the beginning, the awakening. Allow the palm of the hands being upwards, or you can even take the index finger and then thumbs to touch in our mudra. So choose which one works for you, and then come and close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Draw, so rise the belly, and as you exhale, drop the shoulders a little bit. Soften even through the muscles where these shoulder blades are, and downwards, but keep rising gently with the crown of the head upwards. You can take the few breaths out through the mouth. Come and settle in. Bring the awareness towards the breath. Nothing needs to be changed, nothing to improve. Simply just notice. Noticing is the first step towards a change, towards maybe some sort of a beginning. Imagine something within you that's beginning to soften. So could be anything. Could be just starting that you're softening through the shoulders. So imagine something within you beginning to soften or gently open. And like the first sign of the spring. And the first sign of the spring is that if you see there is no force, there is gentleness around it, there is softness, there is opening, because there is more sun and there is more warmth. Maybe that's what we need as well, to remember that being more outside as well, outdoors, because we spend so much time indoors in the winter. So maybe that helps us to as well to awaken within ourselves, and the movement. And then we talk about also the breath. The breath can give you lots of heat and lots of energy. So awakening doesn't mean anything dramatic. It means something that awaken is as simple, and is simply becoming, and when you do something slower, a simple becoming more real and more honest, and slow. We don't want it to run, we want it to walk. That means you're taking those slow steps and you are noticing and you're listening. And a little bit more being present, and a little bit more to be kind, and a little bit to notice that perhaps difference. And now you can even take the hands onto your heart. And really take a deep breath in as much as we're breathing from the belly, but keep rising that belly. And then finish off inhaling, really raise your hands towards the heart. Into your spring energy, into the renewal, into that joy, and maybe even beginning. And for everyone will be slightly different in terms of what's true and what meaningful for you, where you wanted to awaken from within, where each part. Sometimes we feel like we wanted to awaken within ourselves, but it's yes, it is personal. Is it for ourselves? Yes, it is. It could be also for the world collectively as well. It could be, where do we want this energy once we awaken and we have that energy, where do we want it to draw and then bring that energy towards? And that becomes individual, and that becomes real and honest and true to your own self. And you start aligning. Okay, so you could either stay as you are on a sitting. I wanted to read to you this short poem for closing our practice, or you can lie down if you like. And it's called Awakening. Very short. So if you are feeling really comfortable here, just stay as you are. You can have both hands, just the palm, the thumb and index finger together. You can even have your hands like this, where your two thumbs are touching each other, and right hand is on the top, like in meditation pose. And I call awakening. Not every seed opens in the same season. Some rest longer beneath the soil and listening, waiting for warmth that feels true. And awakening is not a performance. It is a quiet courage to soften, to listen, to begin, without needing to know what coming next or what comes next. So not every seed opens the same season. Some rest longer beneath the soil, and then they're listening and then waiting for the warmth and that feels true. So is it a true for you right now? And then remind yourself that awakening is not the performance. It is a quiet courage that we can soften, that we can listen, that we can begin again. So once again, I'm glad you have joined me. So if you are, I'm going to take my sunglasses off. If you're practicing this at Easter, happy Easter. And to me, Easter, it is also around being around the friends and family. But give yourself time for yourself as well. That listening, that noticing. If you practice this afterwards, you still will be within that spring. I think it's April is a really, I think it's a very beautiful a month. As we really stepped and we're already walking into that sort of spring energy. So always take your time for yourself, always listen, always remind yourself that nothing in terms of awakening, that there's not anything to be forced, but you as an individual allow yourself to walk your own pace and your own path. from my heart to yours.